Welcome back to Triple F Sports Talk. I'm Josh. That's Bryce. It's Roy over there with a toe behind him, to be fair. Pod 77. Let's go over our picks. So this is the last day of the month for us. Tomorrow will be May 1st, so we can make changes here for the first time. So let's go over the standings. Me and Roy have both closed the gap on Bryce. We're all within single digits. I finished in last at 89 wins. Roy, you are one ahead at 90.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce, you have 97. So you're 8 ahead of me, or excuse me, 9 ahead of me, and 8 ahead of me and 7 ahead of Roy. So
Yeah, do some math, man. Jeez.
Yeah, we have closed the gap this week. I think early last week we were around like the 10 or 12. So we've moved it.
Mariners have been doing well for me. So
what's that?
the Mariners are doing what's good, or starting to win now for me.
Correct. The Mariners have the most wins for you. Bryce is the first person to get to 20 with the Dodgers. But Bryce, Roy has the lowest. He has a team with 11 wins. But if you combine the tier 3 teams, both of them, I'm ahead of both of you guys. So it's close. Actually, I think I'm tied now.
Who's my 11?
Yeah, we're tied.
Yeah, we're all tied. The Pirates have 11.
That's right.
To be fair, you also have the team with the most wins is 15, so you're 4 behind. It's not. I was looking at this like 2 or 3 days ago. We really don't have any stinkers anymore, honestly. Like none of us. Like we're all like very close. I would say the only advantage right now and why Bryce is winning is his tier 1 teams. He's got by far the most tier 1 wins. So, but his 2 teams also played 2 extra games. But all right,
it's evened out now.
A little. I mean, the
Dodgers have played less games than the Padres now, I think.
Yeah,
or at least it was like that the other day.
Let's see. The Yankees have played 40. The Dodgers have played an extra game. So, yeah, the Dodgers are still ahead on some of the teams. But, no, the Dodgers have played 1 more than the Padres. All right, changes. I have the first pick, and I am going to make a change. And I actually didn't anticipate to make a change, but I looked at schedules. I'm going to add the Mets as my tier 1, and I'm going to drop the Braves. The Braves have come on very strong in the last week.
They just lost to the Rockies today.
Hey, I'm going to come off for a minute because I got to check something, but go ahead.
I mean, they might have lost the Rockies today, but they've been like, what are they? 7-3 in their last 10. So they've been good as of late. But I looked at the Mets schedule and I can't pass it up. So
I would have called you an idiot if you didn't make that trade.
Well, that's okay because you're an idiot and don't know balls.
I'm the first.
Oh yeah, the first pick. You should be in first. So Roy, you're up next if you want to make any changes.
Yes, I am. I'm going to get rid of the Pirates.
Yeah.
And do I want? I'll take the Cardinals.
Okay. I'm making the move. Okay, Pirates out. Cardinals in. Bryce, you are up.
I'm actually going to stay the same. I don't see anything that I could change to make anything better at this point. Actually, let me look at one thing really quick.
Gonna drop the Dodgers.
No.
Pick up the Orioles still.
I might pick up the Giants. I just wanted to check their schedule real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the Rays and pick up the Giants.
You cannot. The Giants are in 2 and the Rays are in tier 3.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, you could have to drop the Tigers or D-backs.
I'll drop the D-backs and pick up the Giants.
Bold move, Cotton. Bold move, Cotton.
Give me 1 second.
They play the Rockies twice, the A's, and the Twins this next month.
D-backs have a pretty tough schedule.
Yeah. I probably won't be able to get them back,
but so that's back to me. And I will not be making any more changes. So I will be done. So Roy, you're back on the clock.
I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done too.
All right. So D-backs had 15. And then Giants. Why? Oh my God. Okay. All right. So I add Mets, drop Braves. Bryce drops D-backs, adds Giants, and Roy drops Pirates, adds Cardinals. All righty. Today wins. Well, obviously, I'll still do the other one, and then starting tomorrow, I will flip into those. And then let's go over the standings. I'll burn through them real fast. Yankees lead the AL East 18-12. Boston 1.5 behind 17-14. Then Tampa 14-15. Toronto 13-16. And then Baltimore all the way at the bottom 11-18. In the Central, Tigers lead with the best record in the American League 19-12 behind Cleveland 2 back 16-13. Kansas City 15-15. Twins 13-17 and the White Sox 7-22. Out west, Mariners lead 18-12. Houston behind 2, 16-14. Rangers also 2 behind 16-14 as well. The Athletics 15-15, and then the Angels have slowed down 5 straight losses, 12-17. Out in the National League, the Mets with the best record in baseball, 21-9. Phillies 4.5 back, 16-13. Braves 14-16, Nationals 13-17, Marlins 12-18. Central, Cubs lead by 2, 18-12. Reds 16-14, Brewers 15-15, Cardinals 13-17, Pirates 11-19, and then out west the Dodgers lead 21-10. Padres 19-11, Giants 19-12, Diamondbacks 15-14, and then you have the Rockies at 5-25. Anything stand out to you guys? Roy, I'll let you go first.
Rockies. You know how bad we've talked about the White Sox last year. They're just on the same pace as the White Sox from last year. So
they're actually on a faster pace. They're going to lose more games.
Yeah.
They'll be at 140 something losses. I'm pretty sure that I read today.
But if you look at it, that's if they lost the average what they're doing.
Yeah.
But they're historically getting low, just like the White Sox last year. That just amazes me.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're 4-11 at home, which for a bad team, I mean, isn't just the worst thing on the planet. But they're 1-14 on the road, which really, that's really telling that once you get out of Coors with that Coors effect, they don't have anything. They're really bad. They do have some prospects they're starting to, at least they're calling up. So I at least respect they're playing the young kids. You just hope you don't see the White Sox effect that they had last year where, people were not even trying out in the field at all. So, I haven't seen that. I haven't watched too many Rocky games, to be fair, but
they need to start trading. Just start trading and bringing those
young
kids
up.
up.
Trade.
Somebody will take some of those guys.
Yeah.
The White Sox got a guy who claims he's going to really start trying now, Gage Workman. I don't know if you saw that. Cubs dealed him to the White Sox for cash, and he's like, I want to beat the Cubs now. And he already was when he was on the team. So
yeah. But Roy or Bryce, how about you?
No, there's not really anything crazy like a change from last week, I don't think.
Yeah. I know I talked about this a little bit last week, but I wanna take a different approach at it. The Orioles are 11-18. they're in a strong division. I'll give them that. I mean, we know this division well. Me and Roy do. Bryce, you know it pretty well too from us. But I mean, they're better than an 11-18 team. Looking at the rotation is what me and Bryce talked about yesterday or last week. And yes, that's why they're struggling. Their offense hasn't been great, but it also hasn't been 11-18 bad. But their rotation is the worst in baseball. They lose Corbin Burns. What I want to talk to you guys about is what do they do? Because they have all these young offensive players. Not all of them are playing well, but no, they're not all playing bad either. And they still have a lot of prospects behind these guys. So are you at the point where you ride out to the deadline, you move some of these guys for some pitchers? Or, I mean, I don't know what you do, because do you deal away just to get pitching, but, then you start to run the farm a little drier? They have a very good farm system, so they have a lot of resources. I'm just asking. I don't know what the best route is in your guys' opinion.
I think they got to go get pitching now. I wouldn't wait till the deadline, because in the division they're in, I think that they could knock themselves out of the playoffs pretty quick here if they continue on this path. I mean, they got beat like 10-0 last night, didn't they, by the Yankees?
Something like
13-3.
Yeah, that's insane. They have absolutely no pitching, and they have a good farm system, but all their players are young still. They don't need to bring anybody up. They're going to be blocked forever. I don't know if any of their prospects are pitching or not, but if they were, I'd bring them up for sure. If they got some pitching prospects, I'd bring them up and see how they play before I start dealing, but they got to do something pitching-wise.
The problem they run into, yes, they need pitching now, but the problem they run into is if you start trying to deal for pitching now, you're going to pay a lot, and you're going to pay a lot, and you don't want to give up all those prospects because you do have a good core of prospects. And then your starting pitching staff, you put money into them. That's another problem they ran into. Yeah. So when you try the only thing they could try to do, and Baltimore's not really known for that, eat the money, trade them off, and bring young guys up. But that's not what they're going to do. That's just not who they are. So they're kind of stuck till the deadline until teams start thinking, hey, we're going to unload this guy, and then they can get these other players for less.
Yeah,
not having to use all the prospects. But they do need pitching, but they're in a bad situation right now.
Yeah, I mean, the Baltimore Orioles, even though they haven't started off fire blazing offensively, they have still been, I would say, decent. They're not great, but they haven't been bad, I would say. Their run differential is -50. I mean, that is like one of the worst in baseball. They paid Charlie Morton, like Roy said, they went and spent money. They gave him $15 million for a year. He has an above 10 ERA, and they pulled him from the rotation. He's been so bad. I get he's 42 years old. Like, you're trying to milk every ounce of him. I understand it, and it's worth a shot once you lost Corbin Burns. But like, man, yeah, to me, I mean, they eventually have got to deal some of these young kids that, like Bryce said, they're blocked. Like,
Josh froze.
It's probably the weather he's getting right now. Aren't you guys getting some bad weather there?
It's pretty clear for me right now, but it is like tornado warnings. It's just off and on all day. Yeah, he's blood. His Wi-Fi probably cut all the way out at this point. Yeah, he just texted us, just lost internet.
So we're still recording, right? So we can keep going.
Yeah, we can if you want.
Well, I mean, so we just keep going. I mean, there's not much other. We talked about the Orioles, and I mean, like he was saying, there's not much else you can do.
Yeah, I agree. Next on the list is to move down to the draft recap. I threw it on there.
I'll let you go with that because I mean, I watched a little bit, but it wasn't like anything. I didn't, other than Sanders, there really wasn't a lot.
I think we do have to talk about Shador Sanders just a little bit. I know it's been covered a ton by the media, but I mean, it's the biggest slide I've ever seen in my life out of anything. There were some things that I saw this morning that just came out. Colin Hurd got some intel and said that he went to some interviews, and what they do in these interviews a lot of times, they show you some of your bad lights, like your mistakes and stuff that you made, and they want you to talk about what happened that you can work through that. And Shador Sanders took offense to it and basically was like, yeah, I don't think it's going to work out. And they just didn't even bother to answer questions about like his low lights and stuff, and just had a bad attitude about it. And that's not what you want in your QB1 that you're going to spend a first-round draft pick on. And this wasn't a year where there was a lot of cute teams that needed quarterbacks. And the quarterback class wasn't strong, so he just kept sliding. If he didn't get picked in the first couple, which I think the first couple that him and his dad kind of screwed up, he just kept sliding. Now he's going to be probably a third-string quarterback on the Browns.
The problem is he only interviewed for a handful of teams. He refused to go talk to anybody because he really thought he was going to go top 3. So those are the only teams he talked to. And then when you don't get to what you what you thought was going to be, and I read that too, that his attitude, and he didn't like looking at some of the mistakes he's done. But he's been coached by his dad, high school, college. I mean, you can get criticism from your dad's different than is from somebody else, and I don't think he takes that well. And I think that's why he got slid down and fell down. And he will be. He's lucky he's in Cleveland because Cleveland will play anybody. I mean, they took Deshaun Watson, so I mean, if they take him, so why else wouldn't they take anybody else? So, but Sanders, he's in a situation where at least Cleveland will probably give him a shot to play just because it's Cleveland.
I think Cleveland just drafted him just out of pity. They wanted a star person to come in and just give them some money, basically.
I think the owners were like, "Hey, let's take this guy."
Yeah, we need this publicity. I don't think he'll play. They drafted a quarterback above him. Like, that's insane. The whole thing's just crazy. Josh?
Talking about Shador's slide?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, each team's going to value someone different. I think he slid because certain teams said absolutely do not want this player because of all the publicity and stuff. So I think some teams were just out completely. He started to slide, and then I'm sure some teams probably didn't even think, to really in-depth scout him because they probably didn't think he'd be there. I'm talking 4th, 5th round pick range. I think Browns probably take him.
Like we said, though, he only went to a handful of interviews. He wouldn't go anywhere. That's his problem.
Some of those interviews, he literally was like, I don't think this is a good fit.
Yeah. So I think the Browns probably took him, in my opinion, probably just because, at that point, if he turns out to be anything, it's going to be a steal because they took him in the 5th. There's really there's so many people that be drafted from the 4th to the 7th round that don't even make the team after 1 year. So they're really not losing anything at that point. To me, they have 5 quarterbacks. They have 5 quarterbacks. Watson is not playing. He can't play this year. He's hurt.
Should be in prison.
Joe Flacco, beyond maybe this year, is just not going to be on that roster. So they really have Gabriel, Sanders, and then Kenny Pickett. They declined Kenny Pickett's 5th-year option. Obviously, it's too much money. But to me, Kenny Pickett's probably going to be the guy. And then those two are going to duel it for the 2nd string, or maybe Joe Flacco's the 2nd. They'll duel it for the 3rd string. Yeah. To me, Sanders or Gabriel probably don't make the team. One of them probably will be cut at the end of at training camp. Which one wins that one? I don't know. But, yeah, that was a pretty historic slide. I'm not going to lie, because if you'd have told me he went 3rd to the Giants, I wouldn't have been surprised. So, yeah.
Yeah. You guys have any other crazy picks that you just didn't even see coming that come to mind?
I mean, all I would say, sorry, but there's Will Johnson from Michigan. There's a prime example of a guy, great ball player. I mean, he had more pick sixes in college than he gave up touchdowns.
Yeah.
6 pick sixes for 2 touchdowns in his career. Didn't play at the end of the year last year because he got hurt. Turf toe, did something to his knee. Didn't go to any of the workouts. Had a pro day, wouldn't do the 40 or anything because he pulled his hamstring. So there's talent. He was a top 5 pick last year, according to the draft things. And look what he fell into with the 2nd round,
middle second
round because of injury. That's what you got to keep playing. You got to keep doing things, and I think that's what when you don't out your injuries and stuff, that's what happens.
Yeah, especially when you start battling multiple in a short period. Yeah. Then it starts to become is this player going to be able to play in the field first of all?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I love Will Johnson. Yeah. I'm sorry. Sucks that he went that far, but that's what happens.
Cardinals took a very aggressive draft, boom or bust, because they took another guy that was like a number 1 player in high school and number 1 rank for college. and he showed flashes of excellence. He just didn't show it a lot. And they took him in the middle of the first. So they have a lot of boomer bust type draft, which, if you're the Cardinals, I don't blame you. You're not very good yet.
Well, that's right.
You were average.
I mean, they took him. All right, who was that you talking about?
Walter Nolan.
Oh, yeah. See, yeah, he was number 1. And see, Will Johnson was in that class, too. Who's really good. And then they got Denzel Burke from Ohio State, who shows flashes, but then gets beat deep. I mean, so, like you said, they have a chance to have a great defense or have a very big bust of young guys.
Who do you guys think will be the best quarterback out of this draft?
I would say probably Cam Ward, because I don't think anyone outside of Cam Ward is very good.
I don't think
Cam Ward's that good, but I don't think Cam Ward is just an awful player either.
You talking about the best player or the best
career?
Oh, of anyone or quarterback?
Yeah, of the quarterbacks.
Damn.
Oh, quarterback.
Quarterback.
Yeah. I was like, hold on, I need to change my answer.
Maybe it might be Tyler Stout.
See, I do not like him. I think
it's gonna be Will Howard.
At Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
See, I don't.
I think he'll have a year or so sitting behind Wilson, and I think he'll be a solid quarterback in Pittsburgh.
Wilson's not even there, is he?
Wilson's not there.
He's in the Giants.
The Giants.
Russell Wilson,
they don't have a quarterback.
Russell Wilson is starting quarterback for the Giants.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I missed that.
Honestly, if I had to take
Cam Ward's probably got the best situation of any of them.
Who?
Cam Ward. I mean, he's in Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably got the best chance to have the best.
I also think Jackson Dart has a chance just because they're not going to play him over Russ, so he'll at least get to sit for a year. But I don't trust the Giants to teach him how to play football. Yeah. If it was the Giants, I would probably say Dart, but I just don't like the situation because of the team. So
it is nice that all of the Klatt family is going to be Bears fans now. That Colston Loveland got drafted to the Bears.
I'm not a Bears fan.
Yeah.
That's what Bronx called me and told me. So
I was pretty shocked the Bears went.
Bronx is a Bills fan.
I'll call it receiver twice, even though I know he's a tight end.
Yeah.
Ben
Johnson wants his guys.
If you would have told me 2 weeks ago before the draft that the first 2 picks for the Bears are going to be, I'll call them receivers, I would have been like, absolutely no chance.
I'm starting to think they're going to flip somebody at the trade deadline now, whether it be DJ, Rome, or Kmet. They just have too many receivers.
Let's be real. Cole Kmet is in a backseat role right now. Maybe not early in the season, but
Cole Kmet's like top 10 in every stat of tight end with 3 different coaches. I just don't.
Because let's be real, when you need a tight end on the field on third down, it ain't Cole Kmet anymore. It's just not right now.
Well, Ben Johnson runs that 12-man personnel or whatever.
I understand the pick, and I don't hate it. I think Tyler Warren's better, but if he fits your system better, I mean, I get it. But but yeah. And then we don't have to talk about the Cowboys draft, but I thought the Cowboys had a pretty good draft. The Cowboys always draft pretty well, so I never usually have too many complaints. But
yeah, you guys always take utility guys. That's why you stay good.
I mean, we just take the problem with the Cowboys, which is not a problem. They just take best player available. It doesn't matter what they need; they take best player. So the players they get are always usually pretty good, but they don't. If we need like a tackle, we don't just draft a tackle because we need one. We draft the best player. Like we drafted a corner in the third. Who, same thing as Will Johnson, was probably a first-round pick if he doesn't get hurt. But we didn't need corner. Yeah. But he was a first-round grade on the Cowboys, so that's why they took him. But I don't have anything else on the draft. You guys?
Nope. Just wanted to go over it real quick.
Yep.
It was kind of a weak draft class, in my opinion, so there's not a ton to talk about it.
I'll just say one more thing. The Jaguars, unless Travis Hunter is a Hall of Famer, not a good trade. Just not. I get if you moved from like 10 to 1. You moved from 5 to 3. I mean, no. Or 5 to 2, excuse me.
I guess I will say one more thing about the draft really quick. The 2023 Bears-Panthers trade for the number 1 overall pick is finally complete.
Mm-hmm.
It was now Bryce Young for DJ Moore, Darnell Wright, Tyreek Stevenson, Caleb Williams, and Luther Burden III.
That's all.
Yeah.
Greatest trade of all time. Will be.
Not the craziest trade I've ever seen, though.
Yeah.
Craziest trade I've ever seen was the Reggie Bush trade.
I don't know all the
No, Ricky Williams is the craziest.
Oh,
trade
is
I've
that
ever
the
seen.
one where it was the whole draft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong one. Yeah. Entire draft. That's imagine that happened today. That'd be
Mike
crazy.
Ditka.
Yep. All right. Let's go to the games. I do have.
Let me do my game because I'll have to go because I got to do
Roy.
game changer for the
Mine
game.
is Mine is 2 minutes long, and I saved it for you.
Yeah,
We
but
were
Okay.
he
gonna
didn't
do
do
it
it.
last week.
He didn't do it
Fine, do
last
it.
week.
I'll do
I
it.
didn't
I
do
know.
this.
I listened to the podcast. I heard you said you were pissed because
I've been waiting to do it. Okay. There are 13 different pitches in Major League Baseball. Can you name them?
I think so.
not all
Okay.
of them.
Fastball.
Yep.
Is that 2-seam, 4-seam fastball
No.
the same one? Just fastball?
Okay.
Fastball.
Fastball, slider,
Yep.
curveball.
Hold on. Let me kick them off one by one. Curveball.
Change.
Yep.
Or change up. It's
Sweeper.
Change up,
Changeup, sweeper,
splitter,
splitter.
sinker,
Correct.
Forkball.
Forkball.
screwball, knuckleball.
Screwball. Correct. You have three left.
Is there like different curves or change ups?
There's only one more type of curve.
12-6 curve.
No.
Is Splinker on there?
Nope.
There's one that I heard. I heard a pitch the other day, and I was like, "That's not a pitch," and I don't remember what it was. It was some stupid ass name, but I don't remember what it was.
It's probably Splinker. Slurve.
Nope, not one.
Knuckle
Slurve
curve.
one. Excuse me.
Okay.
Slurve is one.
Knuckle curve.
Knuckle curve is the last curveball.
I don't need one more.
You're missing a fast pitch and a slow pitch.
Did I say cutter?
Cutter is the fast pitch. You're missing the
Oh
last
man, I
one.
forgot about Cutter.
And this is the hardest one.
And another slow pitch?
Yes.
Does it start with an S?
No.
Oh.
Funny
Underhand
enough,
pitch.
I did this. I missed one. This is not the
Underhand
one I
toss.
missed.
What'd you say?
I missed one when I did this.
No, what did Roy say?
I said the underhand pitch, slow
No.
pitch.
Oh. I'm trying to think of what this would be. Spitball is not on there, is it?
Nope.
We
I'll
already
give
got
you a hint.
Okay.
Zach Greinke threw it a lot.
Oh yeah.
Not a lot, but like for throwing it, he threw it a lot.
I don't remember. I
No, I'm gonna know what it is.
when you say it, I'll know it. I don't know what
You
it
guys
is.
both know it.
I know, and
You guys give
going
up?
through my head. No. We already said fork, screw, change up.
Zero.
Nope.
I don't remember. I give up.
Yeah, I'm blanking on what the last one is.
Give up?
I'm gonna be pissed when I hear it.
Ephus.
Ephus. Gosh dang it.
I don't know what that is.
It's literally like if a position pitcher went out there and threw a ball up in the air. Zach Greinke would throw like 95, and he would sprinkle in. He would do his real motion and then just let one float, and they would always miss it.
I was about to say like lob ball out of a position
Royce,
player,
when
but
he said underhand toss, I thought you might get it, but you didn't. Ephus.
I couldn't remember what name of it was.
I didn't know there was a name for it.
All right.
I
let me
watched
do
Kiki
mine.
Hernandez throw a bunch of those last night.
Yeah. All right, Roy, your
All
game?
Mine's guess a player, and I'll have to go off because I'll have to check so I can answer your questions. All right. All right. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Bryce.
MLB.
Yep.
NL.
Yes. All of his teams he played for were in NL. I'll give you that.
The one that he's most known for playing in the North. Or East, I mean. I don't know why I said North. I was thinking up North.
He's been known to play. He was known for two teams.
One of them's the East.
One of them is the East, yes.
Would that team be the Braves?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Is he retired?
Yes.
All right, Josh. I mean, I have a guess. He's known for
But I
playing
gotta
for
get
two
a
teams.
position.
Yeah. Is he a pitcher?
No.
Okay, he's not right. My guess is not right then. Infielder.
Yes.
All right, Josh. I'm
Third
trying to
baseman.
third base.
No.
It's not Chipper.
That would have been too easy.
I knew it
know.
wasn't Chipper Jones.
I know it wasn't him either, but
Shortstop.
Yes.
How many guesses are we at?
You're at 9.
Oh, we have plenty.
yeah, we got there pretty quick.
Did this player play for Atlanta in the last 15 years?
No.
I'm not getting it.
What if you want? See, I don't know where some of these guys played. Wasn't there 2 really good Joneses on the team, Josh?
Andrew Jones played the outfield. That's the only one I know. And then Chipper. He's not a
Yeah,
shortstop.
Chipper was the other one. Would it help if we tried to find the other team, Josh?
No.
I mean,
Not if he hasn't played in 15 years.
yeah.
Wait, hold on. Yes, he has played in the last 15 years. Sorry.
Motherfucker.
Well, I was thinking he hasn't played for Atlanta in the last 15 years. But he's played in the league in the last 15 years. I'll give you that. He retired in 2014.
Well, I could get him then. Retired in 14, but he didn't play in Atlanta. He started.
Did Deion Sanders play anywhere else, Josh?
I don't think he played the infield at all.
I don't think so.
Who? Atlanta infielder that moved on. Shortstop, I don't have a clue. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I have any guesses.
Roy?
You're giving up on 10 guesses?
What,
I don't even have a
know.
guess for a
Yeah.
shortstop.
You haven't even found the other teams he played for.
Okay,
Okay.
what was guess the last team that he played for?
The last team he played for?
No, we have to
Look
try
real
to
quick.
guess that.
Okay.
NL.
He said there was two.
He played for 4
two
teams, and they're all
teams.
NL. And I would say the Braves wasn't the one he's known for. He won a championship with a different team. And I'll give you a hint. He played for the Cardinals one of his last seasons.
I know who it is. I think.
Who is it?
I would never. I mean, I don't know when this guy played for the Braves. Johnny Peralta.
No.
Oh, I thought I had it. He played for the Braves, didn't he?
Johnny Peralta? I think so.
That fucking timeline matches too. Playing for the Cardinals in like my high school area time.
I've got no clue.
I have some guesses. I just don't know if they played for the Braves. And I don't know which. I get all these guys mixed up. They're all the same player to me. I will do Rafael Furcal.
Bingo.
I didn't know he ever played for the Braves. I knew he
That's
played
who he
elsewhere.
started with.
Well, again,
won the World Series title with the Dodgers.
I didn't know that either.
Never
When did
heard
he
of
win
him.
with the Dodgers?
And he played for the Dodgers from 2006 to 2011. Won the World Series in 2011 with the Cardinals.
Oh, I thought you meant he won one with the Dodgers.
No, he won with the Cardinals in 2011.
When did the Dodgers win one then? I see.
No, won with the Cardinals in 2011.
Okay. Yeah,
Good.
if we would have got the Cardinal, to me, he's a Cardinal. So if we would have got Cardinals and a shortstop,
He played for the Cardinals for 1 year.
Well, that's all I know him from.
Gosh. All right, I got to go.
All right, see ya.
All right.
Bryce, you have a game?
Uh-huh.
All right, let's do it.
It kind of helps that Roy's gone, actually, because I I'm going to say it differently now. I'm going to say, what are the top 10 home run leaders since you were born, Josh?
Barry Bonds.
Not on the list.
That's how?
Not on the list.
David Ortiz.
Number 3.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he had so many before, but
yeah.
Prince Fielder. Maybe didn't play long enough.
No,
yeah.
Prince Fielder's not on there.
I bet he's closer than I don't know what the numbers are, but
Prince Fielder is not in the top 25.
Wow, that's actually shocking.
I'm surprised you didn't rattle off these couple at the top.
Albert Pujols.
Number 1. 703.
Alex Rodriguez.
Number 2.
Wow. I can't believe Prince Fielder's not on. That's crazy. Don't think he played long enough, but is Robinson Cano on that list?
He is not.
Ooh. Oh, Nelson Cruz is on this list.
Nelson Cruz is number 5.
Yeah.
You skipped over number 4. And then you have 6 through 10 left.
Yeah, don't think he's on that list. Not if we're talking fucking 700.
700 was number 1.
I know.
Good. 548.
Well, I'll tell you what, Andrew McCutchen does not have 548.
No, Andrew McCutchen does not.
Trying to think of people who are like have within the last 5 years or so quit, because that means they probably played a long career.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they are.
Like in my head, Ryan Howard, but he didn't play long enough.
Yeah, I don't think he's 16 actually.
That's crazy that he has more than Prince Fielder. I don't think Prince Fielder ever got a single in his life.
Yeah, he could have hit it anywhere into the stadium and still got thrown out at first.
Exactly. Is Edwin Encarnacion on there?
Number 9.
Yeah, he was good. Jose Bautista, I don't think is on there.
No, he is not.
I don't think Josh Donaldson's on there. He didn't have long enough of a prime.
Still one big one you're missing, and then I think you can get a couple of the other ones too.
I don't know.
All right. I can start giving you a couple hints. The number 4 one, I really can't believe you're missing. There's tons of pictures of him and Big Papi together.
Manny Ramirez?
Nope. Didn't play for the same team as him. I was just saying they have pictures together. They retired like the same year, I think.
Not Derek Jeter.
No.
Who the
Triple
hell
Crown
is it?
winner.
Oh, Miggy.
Number 6, I don't even know what hint to give you, so I'll give you another hint while I look him up. There's one current player on here.
It's not Judge. Who's an old hag? Joey Votto on that list?
He is not. He's in the top 25. He's 22.
I don't know.
There is another red on the list, though.
Really? It's not King Griffey.
Nope.
Another red. Trent Frazier. Good God.
Illinois basketball player, Trent Frazier?
God. Todd Frazier?
Nope.
Who the hell is that other red?
There's another guy on here who was on the reward program for the first season.
I don't remember who that is.
You don't remember all the bosses that we got last season or last reward program?
Adrian Beltre.
Adrian Beltre is on here.
Really? That's surprising.
He's number 7. You're missing 6.
Who's the red?
10. The red is Adam Dunn.
Oh, wow.
He is number 6.
See, I never watched him, so like to me, he retired so long ago.
Number 10 is a Indian.
Cleveland. Oh, Jim Tomei.
Yep.
See, those two are the hardest to me because they retired before I even got like into it. So like the only one that I missed that I wish I didn't was Miggy.
You still need number 8, and you're gonna be upset you're missing this one.
Who is it?
Still playing.
Aaron Judge. I don't know.
The other Twin Tower.
Oh, Stanton, yeah.
Giancarlo Stanton is number 8.
See, he's missed so much time to me that I'm shocked he's on there, but
429.
God, I'll tell you, where's Judge on this list?
Judge is not in the top 25.
What's the number of 25?
348.
Oh, he's real close to that. I think Judge is at.
There is 1, 2, 3 active players in the top 25 outside of Giancarlo Stanton. Yeah. 15 is Mike Trout with 387.
Yep.
And then 18 is Paul Goldschmidt with 363. And then number 25 is Freddie Freeman with 348.
How many is the 25?
348, Freddie Freeman.
Aaron Judge is 324. I knew he was close. I knew he was over 3, but not at that number.
Oh, well, Freddie Freeman will probably go to 24 here in the next fucking week. He's only 4 behind Ryan Braun, and then Ryan Braun's at 352. That's who Judge will probably pass.
Yeah. All right. That was a nice game. Yeah, Roy would have helped me, especially like the Adam Dunn and Jim Tomei. All right. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.